What are drivers typically, what are they, I guess, entitled to, if that's the right word?
If you have a property damage case in which you've got a bump to your door, or there's a situation in which even your car's totaled, drivers can typically handle those cases on their own. The attorney is not going to add enough value to that case to make it worth the attorney's fee. I say the same thing for cases in which a driver has very minimal treatment. So if you go to the doctor one time, the value that I bring to your case might not be enough to make it worth your time to bring me on. However, if that injury and the property damage combined keeps you out of work for a month, well, then we're talking about a different story. I tell drivers all the time, when you have more than one doctor's visit, when you've got some lost wages, that's where to come in and see us.
Because it does sound like they're entitled to a lot more than, I guess the property damage, right? There's the lost wages and I think it's called pain and suffering and all of that, right?
Right. So after an accident claim, a driver is going to be entitled to the cost of the property damage, the cost of the medical bills, pain and suffering, which is actually the pain that you're feeling, and what we call loss of normal life, which is the inability to do activities that you could typically do. So some people might have an injury that keeps them from, cooking or cleaning or exercising or whatever hobbies you may have, say for 6 weeks. You're entitled to compensation for that because that altered your life materially. You are also entitled to any sort of disfigurement. So we have a client who just came in who suffered a pretty nasty cut to his face after a rideshare accident. That client is going to have a scar in the middle of his face. That's something that's changing his life. That's something that's changing his self-esteem. So we are ready to claim every element of damages that we can, and those are some, just to name a few.